And welcome back to part 7. I believe it's 7, right, Rod? I checked earlier and I already blanked out which part we're on. I'm pretty sure it's part 7 of What If Goku Was a Girl. Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If. Trunks did not show up. It occurred to me that given where we are and given how things went, the Android saga would happen, but it would happen in the actual timeline without Trunks actually needing to, go, or Trunks or Gohan in this case, needing to go into the past. So we left off with the androids, waking up. They're the same strength as they are in Trunks' timeline, so they're not amped up because of time meddling. Woo, oopsie. And because of that, the Z-Fighters were able to hold their own for a little while, only to ultimately be pushed to the edge until Goku eventually showed back up. Goku then, proceeds to square off with the androids. Now, I do question whether who's going to be squaring off with her first. Girl, is it a woman-to-woman thing? 18's like, hey, sister, so you're the one that stole the blondie's heart. Well, if I kill you, maybe I'll have a chance with it. Maybe she jokes like that. And 70's like, come on, we both know that I'm the one who gets a crack at her first. And to which Goku just looks at them both and just goes, both of you come at me at once. It's like, what? You heard me. Come at me at once. Come at me at once. It's the only way you guys are having any sort of chance of winning. You're joking, right? All right. You hear that, sis? She thinks she's some big shot. Well, let's show her what happens when we team up. Yeah, fine by me. And then Goku powers up, has already powered up the Super Saiyan, and keeps pushing it a little bit further. Has not been dead long, but she immediately made it to King Kaiza at too much difficulty, and has probably been training a little bit. She learned instant transmission, as we saw, and she's been training with Super Saiyan now for a good couple years. So, look, I'm not saying she has the perfected Super Saiyan. What I'm saying, though, is because of Gohan, she hasn't been able to train that hard. But she's had a lot of time to train and get her power level up, and against weaker Saiyan, or androids here, I think there's actually a reasonable scenario where she can take them both on. And she does that, and she's keeping them at a very good arm's length. Now, granted, 2-on-1 is still difficult for her, but Goku is very much enjoying the challenge, and is able to actually able to push them back and cause not severe injury, but injury. Like, she lands a hit, they feel it, and it hurts. So that's going on for a while. Meanwhile, everyone who needs a Senzu bean is getting a Senzu bean. Because Goku, I'm sure, would have brought his head into Korin's real quick, assuming that Krillin and the others didn't get Senzu beans prior. There he Senzu beans there, and so Vegeta's healed up. Krillin's healed up. Everyone who can lend a hand in this fight is healed up. And everyone generally is healed up. But yeah, the two people who could actually lend a hand, Vegeta and Krillin, who are the two giving the androids the biggest challenge, are healed up. And so they're watching, and Krillin's watching his wife, and it's like, I'm proud of her, but Goku, we just got you back, babe. Don't die on me now. It's like, damn it, Kakarot. Just when I think I finally caught up to her. Blast it all. And the fight's going on. Goku is, having fun, but she is also, she's not like going, but she's, she can feel that, her arms she's starting to physically wear, even though it's nowhere near the end of the fight. So this makes, and while that's the case, she can tell that the androids who have been fighting the whole time, they're not huffing or puffing or anything like that, because they have the infinite stamina. That is the beauty of the androids. Their power levels might not be anywhere near as big as the other fighters in Dragon Ball Super, but their stamina is literally the greatest among any of the Z fighters. They just keep going and going. They are Energizer bunnies, if you will. And Goku realizes, like, you're fighting Krillin and Vegeta. You're not even out of breath. That's the beauty of being a cybernetic being, sweetheart. So our infinite energy engines give us all the stamina we need. I see. So I'm gonna have to just end you as it is. Sorry. And then I guess I can't hold back anymore. It's like, oh, you want to try that? And you're still holding back, and all of a sudden, she's powered up. Kame. Well, what are you going to do? Just hit me with an attack? You really think that's going to work? Kame. And the attack's getting bigger and bigger. And he says, oh, okay, wait a minute. Hold on now. And does Kamehameha. He puts up the shield. The energy just hits dead on. And that thing is powerful. And we saw, especially with Jiren, granted, that was an extreme example. We saw with Jiren that these things can be overtaxed and destroyed. God damn it. Still, the attack is pushing them back. And his shield starts to buckle and crack underneath there. It's like, is that the best you got? And Goku's just like, oh man, these guys really are tough. And so, Goku, Senzu-bean! Yeah, thanks. He says being ready to go again. We're getting nowhere with this. And to which Goku finally asks, look, hey, why are you doing this? Why do you want to kill me so bad? And basically to say, because it was the wish of the good doctor. Well, why do you have to follow his orders? To which the Androids admittedly, that it's like, no, we didn't really heard about it. Why are you following his orders? It's not like we got anything better to do. You want to fight, and we just want to entertain ourselves. So it's a win-win. And hey, look, you get a battle before you die, so it's all great. Well, you don't have to. There's other things you can do in life. If you want to just fight, we could have just done that and without the killing part. It's like, yeah, but the killing is more fun. And he just fires an energy blast. 18 does at least consider those words a little bit. Well, yeah, but she's not wrong. Why are we still listening to that jackass? He's dead, so why should we do what he says? Well, look, I get it. I didn't like the guy either, but what do you want exactly, 18? It's not like we could just go and get day jobs or all that. It's like, why not? To which even Krillin goes why not? It's like, look, as far as I know, you haven't done anything truly wrong, terrible. So you guys could just go and get a job, have a life of your own that's outside of what that dick doctor wanted for you. Now even 17 just thinks about that. I guess, but I never even considered what to do after the fact. It's like, well, what was going to happen after you killed Goku? And to which say, I don't know. I don't really want to destroy the planet. The planet's got a lot of cool stuff on it. We were just trying to kill Goku. So they're now it's kind of like a lull. It's like, well, look, we can continue this to the end, and one of us, most likely you, it's like Vegeta's chiming in, will die, or we can just stop this and figure out something else to do. And hey, look, if it doesn't work out, we can always go back to fighting. The androids are just thinking on it, and they look at each other, and they just, what'd you have in mind? And so we cut later on to the androids at Capsule Corp. Bulma's looking over the designs. This is amazing. It's like, why, thank you. 17's kind of flirting with her a little bit. Excuse me. Thank you, but I already have a husband. But thank you, but I'm already with someone. It's like, oh, woman, I don't give a rat's ass. But so they remove the bombs out of them until live normal lines. Yeah, I gotta admit, it does feel good to get that thing out of me. It's like, yeah, and then they basically go to work finding them something that they are passionate about. Ultimately, 17 would end up doing the whole park rangering thing, and 18 would do whatever 18 did for money, which was live off Krillin. Obviously, she loved Krillin, or loves Krillin, but let's be honest, she actually didn't do much in terms of money or anything like that. So she didn't have a job, as far as we know. Still, I imagine they could find something for her. And really, that leads us into an interesting little scenario here, where nothing really has happened. The Cell arc isn't going to happen until well past Super's normal time frame. There's the 7-year time skip, but our martial arts tournaments probably never stopped going. So Hercule Satan is still the champion for a while until I think eventually, for some extra prize money, Krillin. I can imagine Krillin and Goku doing the tournaments for the extra prize money and being like rotational champions. Like Goku never uses the Super Saiyan, and Krillin only uses the Kaioken, in small increments. Or when Goku does use Super Saiyan form, Krillin's using the Kaioken and all that. So, just back to back, just taking away the championship for Hercule Satan, who's now kind of just probably a has-been, or at least a former champion, so he still gets like endorsement deals and all that. Now that said, what are we looking at in terms of powers? Well, I think Raditz, I think, would still ultimately hit Super Saiyan, and I think get a good relationship back with his sister after a long period. But I think ultimately it works out in Raditz's favor for getting some sort of relationship back with his sister. I think it takes effort, it takes time, but it ultimately ends with him living with the sons, living with Krillin and Goku at their place, and being basically Uncle Raditz to Gohan, who was the same age right around where Trunks is, by the way. So basically, your Gohan is actually a Go-10. So whatever, and is encouraged A, to learn and study, but B, to also be a fighter like his parents. So this Gohan would be a lot stronger than Gohan was at that age, which would not be Super Saiyan age, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, but it would be around, I believe, Namek Saga to Android Saga power levels, give or take. No, early, like between the trainings, like Android Training Saga age, because he'd be around 7 or 8ish, which would put Gohan probably somewhere in the millions for his power level. Krillin, by the way, would probably not stop training. He'd probably grow his hair out though, like he does, and still continue to improve. I'm done with the power levels, but his base would be enough that if he pushed it to what his probably new maximum would be, Kaioken times 30, and that would be harsh as hell on his body, but he could do it at this point, he could still compete with Goku in Super Saiyan form. At least for the time being, because there's no time chamber training here. What I do think there is, though, is Goku does hit the perfect Super Saiyan form, which Vegeta, through a lot of painstakingly hard work, does too. And eventually hitting Super Saiyan 2. I do not see Goku hitting Super Saiyan 3, though. Not even really on the verge of it. Probably still it being new to her. But Vegeta, and Raditz would both have Super Saiyan. Vegeta had perfect Super Saiyan, Raditz would not. Ultimately leading to the next martial arts tournament where the champ is the champ. This time Goku. Vegeta is participating and all that, wanting to challenge Goku. Maybe has even tried to participate in the tournaments occasionally and has lost ultimately to Goku. So you get basically everyone participating in the tournaments. Piccolo actually never has to fuse the Kami in this version. So this means Kami's still around until Kami decides to put the hat on another head, so to speak. You get Videl is there. She's just participating, trying to avenge her family's honor maybe a little bit. Because I'm sure while Satan is still a celebrity, he also gets probably some negative pushback from non-Satan fans. Which is a hilarious thing to say. But so you still get Yamu Spopovich, and ultimately, because I think they would go for when like the first Super Saiyan powers up there, I think they would go for Vegeta instead, who just wants to end the fight quick to get to Goku, steal his energy, and then F off. So they're heading out to go give their Vegeta's energy to Majin Buu. Everyone follows after him. Shin explains who he is, along with Kibito, and they follow in suit. Now, when they get there and Vegeta's energy is given to Babidi, Vegeta is not as strong as Gohan is at this time, not even by a long shot. He's got a perfected Super Saiyan, but doesn't have Super Saiyan 2. Gohan, we know, was half of Buu's power. I would probably put Vegeta right now at Gohan's Gohan's canon level, but without Super Saiyan 2, which means they only fill up a quarter of Buu's power. This leads ultimately to Dabura showing up. I think Piccolo and still Krillin getting spit on. It's like, no, Krillin. It's like Krillin. It's like we'll have to kill, and Kibito getting killed. We'll have to go in there and kill Dabura. Dabura's the only one who couldn't do it. We'll have to kill him. To which Goku's like, with pleasure. And so Vegeta is pissed off getting his energy stolen. He goes first against Pui, takes him down pretty easily. Even though he's nowhere near as strong as he is in the can, he still outclasses Pui, no problem. Or Pui. Then Yakon. This one, I think, is a little difficult to pinpoint who would go next. I think, honestly, Goku would say, I'm saving myself for Dabura. You can have this one, too, Vegeta. And if Vegeta is like, or Radz, actually. Radz would be there. I forgot Radz, honestly. Radz would be here. So Radz goes next, and Radz does the Super Saiyan and stuff. And, Yakon eats the energy. But Radz is also smart. Like, is probably even more intelligent than Goku was, or is. And figures out that I just have to keep, powering up the Super Saiyan. He's like, he keeps doing it. But the reason Yakon blew up as quick as he did is because Goku went to Super Saiyan 2 for a brief instant and just gave him the excess energy and blew up. I think really what happens here is the same thing, where Raditz starts the power, pushes it. Like, I think Raditz is trained to go into perfect Super Saiyan. He just doesn't have it right now. So he instead goes into that Ascended Saiyan form instead, and even going to Ultra Saiyan, and the excess energy is enough to overtake, but not make Yakon explode, to which, as he starts to get stuffed and fat, Raditz immediately charges in and just, boom, you forgot to keep your eyes on the birdie, and just blasts him, and he explodes in energy. So ultimately, Goku and Dabura face off, and Goku is staring daggers at him. Is there something you want to say to me? You trained my husband in the stone. Oh, so he was your husband, the bald one? Oh, he was your mate, was he? I see. My apologies. Well, that makes you feel any better. And he just starts going, I could freeze you and put him aside with you. You'll make a lovely lawn ornament couple. And he just spits, to which Goku just dodges, and they immediately clash. Goku goes into Super Saiyan immediately, pushing Dabura for what it's worth, and eventually Goku just has had enough and goes to Super Saiyan 2, immediately starting to push Dabura back. To the point where it's like Dabura needs to hightail. It's like, no, you don't! And Goku just blasts it back to, oh! It's like, undo it. It won't be undone unless I die, and you don't have the gall or the power to kill me. To which Goku is just like, and just suddenly just hoists him up and just looks him in the eye and just, watch me, and just immediately just blast him through the gut. It's like, you, how dare! This like punches him, Kame, and just wastes Dabura there. Now this might seem a little out of character, but remember, this Goku has felt personal loss, a lot more times than our original Goku has. Like, she's lost her friend / lover, now multiple occasions, or near lost him, has had her son threatened and all that, so I could see her being a bit more ruthless. Also, taking some tips from 17 and 18, too. So Dabura is taken out, which frees up Krillin, saying, what happened? I don't know, but we have to go in and help Goku! And basically he's like, yeah, there's got to be something. Hey, yes, that's it. Yeah, papa. And, Vegeta's turning into Majin Vegeta. Yes, good. That's perfect, Vegeta now. Take out the Supreme Kai, take them all out. To which Goku and Vegeta are now squaring off. Meanwhile, Krillin and Piccolo are like, we need to get the mastermind behind this. Not stopping Vegeta won't make any difference. And so, Goku or Krillin and Piccolo are heading basically to the bottom of the ship. And Bobby is so, and they bypass the Supreme Kai and even talk to him. It's like, we'll go ahead. And Goku and Goku and Vegeta are now fighting on Bobby's ship, and Goku's in Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta's now pushing his power to the limit. I don't know if he got Super Saiyan 2 with the Majin seal. I think he had it prior. It just amped him. So with the amp, he's now able to push Goku harder, but Goku's still, ahead. This is raising, obviously, Buu's power output, or, reserves, causing Buu to, become more complete. But Buu's probably only about at 40 or closing in on 50% right now, at best. This means that when Krillin and Bob and Piccolo both get there, Bobby realizes what's happened. He's like, "What? Who are you? No, you're the one's Deborah. No, Deborah." Really, Deborah's just like, "I see. Well, I can't let you ruin my plans." Papa, but then no, you don't. And Krillin just rushes. No, what do you know? It's like, we're not as Goku might have been ruthless against Deborah, but he probably won't have the guts. She probably won't have the guts to finish you off and do what's needed. Us, on the other hand, you're not, and because Krillin would do it. Krillin would, despite what you might think, Krillin has the balls to kill someone outright if he had to. I think it's like, you're not going to be doing anything like that. No, please, no, ah! And you hear this scream. Now I don't know if Bobby's death would undo the Majin seal. I get the feeling it doesn't. Because he wasn't totally dead with when Vegeta fought Buu, but he was cut in half. So Goku ultimately would put down Vegeta after a very drawn-out fight, and Goku was already a little tired, worn out and tired, and put down Vegeta. And Shin basically says, unfortunately, he's corrupted by the Majin seal. Get off me! Get off me! They just knock him out. Like, we'll take him back to our planet. To see if we can undo it. If not, he'll be placed in a special containment facility. Galactic Patrol, anyone? We're sorry about your friends. Like, no, it's okay. Yeah, not really big on the guy to begin with. Yeah, seriously. We thank you for all our help. And they take Buu's cocoon away, and there you have it. And so they had to forfeit, though, the tournament. Because, wait, did we just give up our titles? Oh, crud. So they have to wait for the next one. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave part 7, where, a lot has happened in a short time. I think we got 2 more parts of this. I think I think we got at least one more, obviously, but we might have a second one. We'll see. Till then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks for the next one. Later.